and this is my 18-week pregnancy video. So the main thing that's happened since my 16-week one is that I've had the 16-week midwife appointment. Now, they did a few basic things like check my urine for protein and just to make sure I don't have an infection. They also which was fine. They also tested my blood pressure, which it's low to begin with because I'm quite active, but it can get even lower during pregnancy. So it was a bit lower, but that's fine. It's better that way, I think, than to have high blood pressure. And they also, which we weren't expecting, was listened for the baby's heartbeat. So I laid down and, you know, of course they tell you that they may not hear it because the baby could be in a certain position or it could just be a funny angle and it could be difficult. So not to panic if you don't hear anything. And she was kind of, so they have this little portable Doppler device and she was kind of fiddling for a while and I was like, oh, well, you know, not the day to hear the heartbeat. But then she found it and it was so strong and so loud and crazy that we could hear it so clearly. So my husband and I were both like, didn't expect it at all in the appointment anyways, but then to actually hear it, they found it was so cool. So anyways, after that, I sat down with her again, we continued talking, and then I was like, oh, we should have videoed it. So I asked if we could, at the end of the appointment, do it again if they had time. And they agreed. So we did it again because I thought it'd be so cool to show you guys. So it wasn't quite as strong the second time. The baby must have moved positions, but we have a little snippet and here it is.
That's so quick. Is that?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's really far away. Don't escape me.
The other thing the midwife spoke about was feeling your baby move. So she asked if I had, and I hadn't, so I was kind of like, uh-oh. But apparently it's like completely normal for 20 weeks till 25 weeks. Everyone's different. So at that point I hadn't. But just a couple days ago, we were at Ronnie Scott's. It's a jazz club in London. We were celebrating my husband's birthday because I'm not going to be here for it. And so it was quite loud music and we were really close to the live band. And I'm pretty sure I felt something. So I was like, is that it? I was like, I think I heard the baby move because the music was so loud. Anyways, we weren't sure because there's lots going on. But then the next day, when I was lying in bed, it was quiet, there was no noise, I was just still, and I'm pretty sure I felt it. I just felt that kind of flutter. And I told my husband to put his hands there, and he definitely felt something, and we both felt it at the same time. So we're pretty sure that wasn't just my stomach cramping or digestive something happening, and that it was the baby. For me, it kind of felt like, you know, when you have a muscle twitch, wherever it may be, or like your eyelids like twitching, and it's not like a spasm, it doesn't hurt, but it's just like, it kind of like almost tickles a bit, but you have no control over it. And it sort of felt like that, like inside me. So that's how I would describe it. Anyways, that was really cool to experience that, and hopefully we'll get a pattern going, because that's also what they tell you to look out for, is the pattern. Unfortunately, I'm still throwing up acid in the morning, but I've had a few days where I haven't, which is really nice. So hopefully it's just dwindling down and soon I won't have that problem in the morning. But I'm also trying to stop my medication completely. I've done a few days without taking anything, and not consecutive days, but a few odd days. And I end up taking it when I do just kind of feel the acid coming up, or just start to feel a little bit ill. Actually, this is my pill box. I keep it in the living room just in case I ever need it. And I've got the antacid prescription that they gave me, and I've got the anti-nausea and anti-vomiting pill that they gave me. So those are the two I'm trying to wean myself off of. I've got my Pregnacare vitamins, so I take that after my main meal. And I also, when I remember, I'm taking some vitamin B pills. So those are all the supplements I'm taking. At work, it's been super quiet. I feel like I've been the only one coming in the past couple weeks. It is because most people are on tour, but there's very few of us left to come in. And I guess we all come in at different times. There's basically a handful of us. So I've done lots of stuff on my own, in the gym, in gyrotonics. It's actually been really nice weather out too, so I've done a few things on the balcony. We're so lucky to have at the Opera House a balcony that looks over the piazza. So on a nice day, which can kind of be rare in London, I just take advantage and do my ballet class outside. Now I also did the baking soda gender test. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen people do this on YouTube. And it's basically a test to find out if you're having a boy or a girl. Completely unreliable, 50-50 chance of it being right, but it's just a bit of fun. So I thought it'd be really good to do ahead of my 20-week scan, which I have coming out next. And I'm not gonna share the results of the baking soda test because I'm gonna put it with my 20-week scan. I've seen a few people do the gender test with the baking soda, but then they don't tell you if it was right or wrong when they get the actual result. So I'm gonna tell you because I would really want to know. So it's all gonna be in the same video, so look out for that. My lower back pain has actually been a bit better this week, so I'm really glad because I was worried it was gonna get worse and worse. So I'm happy that has like sort of stabilized, if not like gone completely at times. So that's a big relief. However, I did wake up with, like, my knee had been absolutely fine before. I have a history of knee injuries, but one morning I woke up and it was like crack, 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 crack. So many cracks, which can be, again, normal for me. And then big clunks as I was going down the stairs, and I was like, okay, I think something's up. And then I couldn't straighten it and I couldn't bend it. And as the day went on, and I just stayed in that day because I was like, oh, this cannot get worse and I cannot walk. I'm not gonna do anything today. So luckily I could. And I was getting so worried because it was really painful. Luckily, over the course of, let's see, about 3-4 days, sorry about the banging next door. So luckily, over the course of about 3-4 days, it did get better miraculously. It was also like really swollen. Like, what was I doing in my sleep that I would completely injure my knee? Luckily, it was very short term, and I pretty much have fully recovered because I was doing squats the other day, so it's got to be fine now. And this, another thing that happened just recently, it was so scary. It's not pregnancy related, but I guess it can be good to know. I was making pancakes for my husband and I, Sunday breakfast, and just on low heat. You know, pancakes don't require much heat. I only had one burner on, we had a glass top, and suddenly there was this massive bang, and the glass top blew up and completely shattered all over the kitchen. I'm not joking. I was so scared because I didn't know what happened. There was no signs that this was about to happen. No like crackling before. We had no like cracks in the glass. So my heart was completely beating out of its chest. I almost like just couldn't breathe. My husband thought I dropped something at first, but then he was like, no, that was too loud. It's got to be something else. So he ran in and he was like, what happened? So we were both like completely and utterly shocked. And it's because it came out of nowhere. And since then I've tried to get in contact with the company, speak to someone, like they should know that their product has done this and warn other people. And also I think they should replace it with one that's not a glass top so this doesn't happen again. They have a responsibility. It's Zanussi. But I've called them, I've written to them, they just pass you to someone else, and it's been an absolute nightmare. They just don't want to take responsibility, and they just put you on hold for hours and hours, and then on to someone else for hours and hours. So that's been really annoying. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more. I got my 20-week scan coming up. So excited. Bye.